everyone and welcome back to the YouTube channel of Smt.R.S.Kalaria Primary School English Medium. I am Misba and today we are going to start a new chapter from our environmental science book. So what is the chapter number? Chapter number 18, Agriculture. So students, what do you mean by agriculture? What do you mean by agriculture? Whenever the name of agriculture comes, we have farming, irrigation, crop harvesting, cattle rearing, all that ideas which comes in our mind when we hear the word agriculture. So agriculture is the most important occupation of our country, India. Means most of our Indians are dependent on agriculture. Our India is been 2/3 dependent. Our Indian population is nearly 2/3 of the population dependent on agriculture. So what are those things which comes under the agriculture? So here it is: horticulture, livestock rearing, fishing, and one more thing, farming. So here we have to study and discuss this in detail. So what is the meaning of horticulture? What do you mean by horticulture? Cultivation of fruits, flowers and vegetable is called horticulture. Cultivation of fruit, flowers and vegetables is called horticulture. Means fruits, flowers and vegetables are grown or harvested in fields, that is called horticulture. Okay. Now second is livestock rearing. Now what do you mean by livestock rearing? Livestock rearing means the taking care of cattle and using their products and selling their products, means dairy products, pottery. These are called livestock culture. You have heard about pottery, you have studied about pottery in earlier, that chickens are raised in a farm which has been established specially for the chickens, and then they are being raised there. They are given proper food and shelter, and after that they lay eggs, and their eggs are used and shelled, and that is called pottery. And one more thing, in some pottery farm, chickens are being sold. They buy small chickens, they take care of them, they raise them, and after that small chicken grows to a big hen or a roaster, they sell it in a market and earn the money. This is a poultry business. And next is dairy. Everybody knows what is a dairy. Rearing, taking care of cattle like cow, buffalo, goats, taking care of them, raising them, then milking them, taking their milk and then selling it to the dairies. This is also, everybody know the business of fishing, in where fishermen go to oceans to catch the fishes and sell in the market. So these all are the businesses or the occupations which comes under the agriculture, and most important is our farming. Cultivation of crops is the most important business. Okay. Indian farmer grows major types of crop, which are rabi crop and kharif crop. Means Indian farmer grow mostly two types of crop, rabi crop and kharif crop. Now you will have a question, what is the meaning of rabi and kharif crops? So first of all, let us see rabi crop. These crops are being harvested in winter. These crops are being harvested in winter because every crop have a different characteristic to grow. They need different type of soil, different type of atmosphere, different type of temperature. Everything crops need will be different. Okay. Some crop needs more water, whereas some crops need less water. Some crops need more temperature, whereas some crops will need a less temperature. So these are called the characteristics of crop, where Rabi and Kharif crop can be said. This Rabi crop has been harvested in winter. Why it is harvested in winter? Because these crops need less temperature to grow. In summer, in winter we have less temperature now, that's why this crop need a less temperature to grow. In which month they are being harvested? So in the month of October till March, means October, November, December, January, February and till March, till the March they are being harvested. You can see the temperature of these months are quite lower in compared to the April and May temperature. The temperature of this month, these months are being lower. October till March the temperature is quite less. So what is an example of Rabi crop? So wheat is then one of the example which is most important. Wheat is the most important which is a Rabi crop. Okay, now we will move to Kharif crop. These crops are being harvested in the month of summers, in the season of summers. In the months of summers mean March till June. You will notice the temperature of these months is quite higher. So March, April, May, these months have a higher temperature. Actually, the season of summer is been going throughout during these months. So what is the example of one Kharif crop which is very important? So rice is the important cereal of our country, and I am writing here rice as an example of Kharif crop. So these are the differences between Kharif and Rabi crop. And one more thing, some crops are being harvested in the season of monsoon. So on the other hand, Rabi crops like wheat, gram, mustard, pulses, etc. are grown in winter. Based on their usage, crop in India are mainly distributed. Okay, इस तरह से राबी और खारिफ क्रॉप अपने सीजनल डिफरेंसेस और अपने सीजनल डिफरेंसेस की वजह से डिफरेंशिएट किए. Students, we will study what is a cash crop and what is a food crop. So we know what is a Rabi crop and Kharif crop. They were being differentiated according to the season of harvesting and on the month where they are being sell and all that. Now we will see those crop like cash crop and food crop. These both crops are being differentiated according to their usage. According to their usage. Now you will have a question, what is a cash crop? First of all, let us see what is a food crop. So what is a food crop? Those crops which are being harvested for their domestic use. Do you mean by do you know what is the meaning of domestic? For the household purpose. Farmer used to harvest such crop for their household purpose, means for only the use of their house or domesticate. Okay, means वो सिर्फ अपने लिए ही यूज़ करता है, अपने घर के लिए ही फार्मर ये सारे क्रॉप्स को उगाता है ताकि वो अपने घर के लिए ही वो उन्हें यूज़ कर सके. ठीक है. सो व्हाट आर द एग्जाम्पल? सो एग्जाम्पल इज वन ऑफ the example is vegetables. Most of the farmer grow vegetables in some of the their place, means in their fields, some of the space for their just household. Okay, now we will see cash crop. So what is cash crop? Cash crops are harvested for selling, or cash crop are being harvested for the commercial use, means they are being specially harvested, means they are being specially been उनको स्पेशली इसीलिए उगाया जाता है ताकि वो बेच सके फॉर सेलिंग. ओके, सो व्हाट आर द एग्जांपल ऑफ सच क्रॉप्स? शुगर केन, ऑयल सीड्स, मैंगोज इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल. ओके, सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन कैश क्रॉप एंड फूड क्रॉप, एंड कैश क्रॉप एंड फूड क्रॉप आर द मेन क्रॉप. सी rice. As I told you, rice is the most important crop of our country because in our country mostly people consume rice every day in their day-to-day life. So everybody, we all will have at least rice in our home in a day. Okay, we have rice in our home in a day. What are those rice products? khichdi, rice, then poha, murmura, which are called puffed rice, murmura, which are called puffed rice. So mostly we consume rice in different ways. So rice is the most important crop of our country. Most of the population consume rice. Okay, so now rice is the most important, and our India is the second largest producer of rice in the world. So which is the country which comes first? Which country is the first largest producer of rice? So China is the country which produces rice most in the whole world. Okay, so China comes on the first number, whereas India comes on the second number for the production of rice. Now it needs hot and wet climate. So as I told you, every crop and plant have a different characteristic to grow. So this crop of rice need a hot and a wet climate. So next is it needs a heavy rainfall. So most of the rice is being grown in the places where there are heavy rainfall, and there is a hot and a wet climate. What do you mean by wet climate? The climate in which moisture is more. So where rice is grown? So rice is grown in Assam, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Punjab, Haryana. These states grow rice more. We will see wheat. So wheat is the second most important crop of our country. So most of the Indians consume rice and wheat. So wheat, in which form we consume wheat? We consume wheat in the form of roti, chapati, paratha, puri, so on. So in our houses every day our roti is being prepared. So roti is the compulsory food in our India. Most of the in most of the home roti is being prepared. So this is the second most important crop. So what kind of temperature or climate needs wheat to be grown? So it needs cool and dry temperature or condition. Okay, so this has been harvested in the winter only. Okay, now we will see which states produce wheat. So Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh are the major wheat producing states. Millet or coarse grain include jawar, bajra and ragi. So this jawar, bajra and ragi, we all know what is a jawar, bajra, ragi. So this also are being produced. They are generally grown in the dry region. Haryana, Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh are the chief producer of millet. Okay, so India is the largest producer and consumer of pulses. Pulses are grown in every part of India, which include gram beans, peas, moong dal, arhar dal and urad dal and etc. Sugarcane. As I told you, sugarcane is a cash crop which is being used for the commercial purpose. So what is a sugarcane? Sugarcane is a long, everybody has seen, it looks like a bamboo. Okay, so sugarcane is an important cash crop. Important cash crop. It is a very important cash crop. Why it is important? Why sugarcane is important? Because we from sugarcane juice, jaggery and sugar are produced. Sugar and jaggery are being produced from this sugarcane. Okay, now sugarcane comes from the bamboo family. Everybody knows there is a classification of every animal and every plant. You will study this in the further standards in detail, which is called plant kingdom and animal kingdom. So this plant and animal kingdoms are being differentiated into species. So this comes from the family of bamboo. Bamboo means बांस. तो बांस की तरह दिखता है ना, शुगर केन जो है वो बांस की तरह दिखता है. So it comes from the bamboo family. And why it is important? Because it is important because sugar and jaggery, which are very important things which are being produced from sugarcane juice. Now India is the second large producer of sugarcane. Now where sugarcane is being harvested? UP in Uttar Pradesh is the leading producer of this crop. followed by Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Tamil Nadu and Punjab. Means UP is the most UP is the state where sugar cane is been produced in a large scale, or which is on the number 1 position on the product. Now oil seeds. What are oil seeds? Oil seeds are the seeds of plants from which we can obtain oil. Our cooking oil is the oil seed. So everybody here will have different kinds of oil used in their family and home. Some used groundnut oil, some use sunflower, some use olive oil. Everyone have a different oil which they are been using at home. So what are the oil seeds? Mustard, groundnut, coconut, sunflower, sesame, etc. So what is the mustard? Mustard means rye. Everybody have seen that rye which we use. हम हमारे जो दाल है उसके बघार के लिए जो स्मॉल टाइनी डॉट्स होते हैं उन्हें यूज़ करते हैं, टाइनी डॉट जैसा, उसे हम बोलते हैं मस्टर्ड, और हिंदी में हम बोलते हैं, गुजराती में उसे राई. तो मस्टर्ड उसका भी ऑयल बनता है जिसे बोला जाता है सरसों. दैट इज कॉल्ड सरसों का तेल. ओके, सो मस्टर्ड सीड्स ऑयल इज कॉल्ड सरसों का तेल. ओके, और मस्टर्ड ऑयल. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज ग्राउंडनट. एवरीबडी नोज ग्राउंडनट मीन्स मूंगफली. So from that मूंगफली, this from that groundnut seeds, this oil is being prepared, which we use at home for cooking. Now next is coconut. So from coconut oil is being prepared. We use that oil for our hair and skin. Now sunflower is the most it is the oil which have very less cholesterol. From sunflower seeds oil is being prepared, which comes in that can. We use it for cooking and it is healthy, better than other oil of cotton and this groundnut. Now sesame. So now what is a sesame? Sesame are the white seeds. We call it tal ya til. In Hindi it is called til. So til ka tel, sesame seed, til ka tel. Til ka tel is not used for cooking. It is used for our skin and hair purpose, for massage and all that. Sesame seeds are being used. Now oil extracted from oil seeds are called vegetable oil. अब इन सारे oil को हम vegetable oil बोलते हैं. Now in which state does oil seeds grow? So the oil now vegetable oil is most of used in India for cooking. Oil seeds are grown in Punjab, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and we will see tea and coffee. So tea and coffee are the most important beverages. What is the meaning of beverages? Beverages means drink. So what other things come in beverages? Our soda, then our milkshakes, and also coconut water, then green tea. This all comes in under beverages, a drink. Okay, so tea and coffee also are drinks which comes under the beverages. So where tea is grown near Nilgiri Hills and in the Darjeeling. So where is the Nilgiri Hills? It is in the South Assam and Darjeeling is in the east. So here it need hot and wet climate. A wet climate means a climate of air where there is a moisture. जिस एयर में थोड़ा सा पानी का लेवल, मॉइस्चर, भेज ज़्यादा हो, वहाँ पर टी ग्रो की जाती है. There are farms in the Darjeeling. Okay, so now where we will see about coffee. So coffee needs a heavy rainfall, and where it is grown? It is grown in South India, most of in Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. See jute and cotton. So first of all see jute. What is a jute? Jute is a crop from where we obtain fiber. Okay, from where we obtain fiber. In Gujarati you can say that sindri. That sindri you have seen na, and gur, which or wheat gur, ghawni gur. That are the example of jute from which this fiber is used to prepare that gur and sindri and all that. So jute is the important crop from which this type of material is been prepared. So the jute plants grow well in West Bengal, Bihar, Assam and Odisha. Okay, now see cotton. Cotton is also a fiber plant or fiber crop, which we can see the fiber, white color fiber we obtain from cotton. So where this cotton fiber is used? This fiber is used for preparing cloth, a cloth material. Okay, this is used for cloth material. Where does it grow? It grows well in Gujarat, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Children, you have to learn the names of the state where this plant is spices. So what are spices? In Hindi we call it masala, garam masala or something like that. So have you seen spices, a box of spices in your kitchen? Yes, you have been seen. You know how important these spices are for making our food tasty and delicious. So where are they grown? Spices which include कार्डेमम, कार्डेमम का मतलब इलायची जो ग्रीन कलर की होती है ना हमारे घर में, वो क्लोव, क्लोव का मतलब तज, इस तरह का ब्लैक कलर का होता है, उसे हम क्लोव बोलते हैं। गरम मसाला है। ब्लैक पेपर का मतलब होता है ये काली मिर्च होती है ना छोटी छोटी ऐसी। देन चिलीज, एवरीबडी नो चिलीज, द रेड चिलीज। देन सिनेमम, सिनेमम मतलब इस तरह से एक तज का टुकड़ा होता है। इट इज़ बीन ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम द बार्क ऑफ दैट प्लांट। वो जो प्लांट होता है ना उसकी बार्क को एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं ऐसे टुकड़े को, जिसे हम सिनेमम बोलते हैं। ये प्लांट सिनेमम प्लांट होता है और उसकी बार्क यानी कि उसका जो गुजराती में हम थड़ बोलते हैं ना, वहाँ से इसे ऑब्टेन किया जाता है। एंड टर्मरिक मीन्स हल्दी। सो दिस आर द नेम्स, हिंदी नेम्स ऑफ द स्पाइसेस। स्पाइसेस आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अवर फूड। नाउ दे नीड हैवी रेनफॉल. They need heavy rainfall to grow. They grow in Kerala and Karnataka. Kerala and Karnataka are the state where rainfall is heavy. Hence, these spices are grown there. Fruits and vegetables are grown in every part of the country. Fruits और vegetable का cultivation हमारे country के हर एक state में और हर एक part में होता है. Study livestock rearing. Cows and bullocks are called cattle. Cows और bullock are called cattle because they are used for dairy products and also for farming purpose. Cattle rearing is done to increase the production of milk in our country. Cattle rearing means taking care of cattle, raising them means cow और bullock का ध्यान रखना, उनको उछेरना, उसे हम बोलते हैं cattle rearing. Today India is the largest producer of milk in the world. Our country produce the largest amount of milk in the world. Bullock are used for ploughing fields and draw water from wells. Everybody know bullocks and oxes are used in farming for ploughing field. So in some people use tractor for this, but most of the farmer uses bullock. This is a traditional method of farming. We get wool from fur of sheep and camel. We have studied in the previous chapter from where do we get wool. So from the fur of sheep. Okay. The skin of various animals is used to make leather goods. Camel are useful in desert and elephant are tamed to work in forest. Now elephants are also being used for working in forest, and also camel is an important animal of desert because it doesn't need water for it can live without water for many days. It can store water in its body. So camel and elephants are also very important animals. India has the largest number of cattle in the world. Our India has the largest number of these cattle, cow and bullock and camel and all that, sheep. Now fish is another source of food for us. Some people consume fish, some people eat fish. So it is also an important source of food. Cultivation of fish for commercial purpose is also being done in the artificial pond. This is called pisciculture. Now you will have a question, what is the pisciculture? Cultivation means production of fish in an artificial way or artificial लेक और पॉन्ड. एक आर्टिफिशियल तालाब होता है ना, मैन मेड तालाब बनाते हैं, उसमें फिश का कल्टीवेशन करते हैं, उससे बोलते हैं पिशिकल्चर. Poultry farming is also done on large scale in our country. It involves rearing of hens, chicken, ducks, geese for the egg and meat. Now poultry, I have explained you previously, it is been done for the production of eggs and also for the meat of the chicken and ducks. So students, this was all for our chapter number 18, agriculture. We have completed this chapter. Now we will meet in our next video. Goodbye and take care.